In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in this sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host tonight, Bernard Watts, along with Uncle Steve and JR Boxing. Don't forget, JR Boxing will be hosting the show tonight. Getting ready to talk about the Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns head coaching search, and we're going to talk about the Colorado football teams. And I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Got Uncle Steve backstage. I ain't never seen a person supposed to be hosting the show. He late. Yeah. Waiting on JR, y'all. Yeah. We waiting on JR. But what's up, Uncle Steve?
What's going on, B. Watts?
Hey. Yeah, what it is. We gotta wait on JR, family. He's supposed to be hosting the show. So want to say hello to everybody in chat. Steve T, what's going on? How you feeling? Appreciate you tonight. Rolling with Ben, Patty Lee, I love CC. Ring my bell. Miss Carolyn Shepard is in the building. Sabrina Blankenship is in the building. Janice Pierce is in the building. Also, ring my bell. Kimberly, a.k.a. JR, done popped up. What's going on, chat? How y'all doing? Appreciate it. I think I got everybody. Miss Jackson, I see you. PC40, what's going on? Michael Lockhart, Gwen Campbell. I see y'all. Wayne Hood, my dog, is in the building. FD, what's going on, Lisa G? Let's see who else we got. We got everybody. TMFB. Miss Janet is in the building. Robin Pretty, Miss Fat 2U is in the building. Appreciate y'all tonight. Yeah, he here, Miss Kimberly. Yeah.
I made it, but I was having technical difficulties with my mic.
I know you
so
were.
I ain't want to pop up and not be heard. So I was like, let me figure this mic out. So I had to switch to my earbuds. But I'm good now. You can hear me clear, though?
Yeah, we with you, big dog. We can hear you long you here.
Right.
It's
So
on
now,
you.
what's happening now? What's happening, man? Again, look, B. Watts did his introduction, but let me do my best impersonation of B. Watts. Welcome to Sports Talk with B. Watts, your host tonight, JR Boxing on the ones and twos. Look, before we get too deep into the show, want to welcome everybody for our long-standing family. I love CC, Sabrina Blankenship, Wayne Hood, Rails. Who else we got? Mac Main be in the building. Shout out to everybody. TMFB, all the OGs, PC40. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight. And look, just let us know where you're at, if you're safe, especially if you're in that southern region, southeastern region, or if you're in that northeastern region like Unc up there somewhere. Let us know you're safe. Look, man, that winter vortex came through, a lot of ice, a lot of storms. So just drop it down in the chat, man. Look, Hey, I'm down here and I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? So we had a little storm out here, but we safe. Power didn't go out, so we good. Hopefully y'all ain't buy no generator and y'all got to take it back tomorrow. But I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Look, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I
Hey,
ain't gonna hold y'all long.
hey, Jr.
What up?
I know that storm going along, boy. You know it's Sunday. You know how you know how them preachers is. They get on the internet and do what happens. Uncle Steve, they
Uh,
get on the internet. They make that call. They make that call to them folks out there in their
uh,
organization. In they, hey, Rev. Hey,
hey, Red out
hey,
there having too.
hey, hey, if you don't see Rev Nails in the chat today, you know what happened, though.
Hey, shout out to Red BJ Nelson, man. But look, hopefully everybody's safe, man. Let's get into it, man. Tonight's show, let's get into it. We'll talk a little bit Cleveland Browns because you know we support 12 and we need to know the goings on up in there, up in that Cleveland organization. Then we'll bounce over to Shedeur and Shiloh. Look, they over there Paris Fashion Week, man. They living it up. They out there high-end fashion, paying almost $800 for a pair of pants. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll get into our favorite, our Colorado Buffaloes. Look, they two days into a practice. They had the team meeting. We got introduced to some coaches. We found out what a nickel coach is and such things like that. So we'll talk about it, man, have a few laughs, have a few jokes, and then we'll move on from there. But my first, I'm gonna go to you first, B Watts, because I know you invested. You got 12 back there in your background. So what you think about this Browns coaching search so far? They didn't finish the second round of interviews. So what you think about this Browns coaching search so far?
When I look at it, JR, I think Andrew Barrett's taking his time, man. He's sticking to his plan, man. He know he's the man in charge. Previous, he had a room of people in his ear when you know he had Paul DePodesta. He went off to baseball. He had Kevin in his ear trying to satisfy everybody when it comes to the draft or building a team. Now that he's in charge and he done picked up another person inside the room, it's been reported, a former GM of the Las Vegas Raiders. They taking their time. And I believe Andrew Barry gonna get it right. I know the media, even some of y'all jump on the Cleveland Browns about their past, but it's on Andrew Barry to get it right now. And when it comes to that head coaching search, I think they're gonna go young. And he on record saying that I want somebody that I can work with and grow with. And that's what you want in a GM to do. Find you a coach that you can grow with, just in case something go bad. You don't want to kick him to the curb the first or second year. And also you got to find your head coach that's gonna be able to handle the Shedeur sign the media, the aunties, the aunts, the B Watts, the JR, the aunts. You got to find your coach who can handle that just in case you might have a quarterback that may be better than Shedeur that you bring in. You got to have somebody strong to handle Mary Kay, Tony Grossman. You got to have that just in case something go wrong. And for that head coaching search, I hear the stuff. I see it. Even y'all don't text me on about the process they use about the essays. Shit. You're gonna be over 300 million. You're gonna be over 300 million. You need to write something, tell me what you're gonna do, instead of them coming in and say, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Check this out though, JR, Uncle Steve. Well, Uncle Steve, if a college person who's going into the draft got to do that, why a head coach can't do it? Back to you, Uncle Steve.
Well, you know, it's a good reason they don't have to do it because it's the good old boy system. When it's your best friend that you hired, you're gonna make it as easy as possible. When it comes to those football players are going to be the reason you keep your job. You want to have competent people, and I understand why because you need to know at what level you're getting a football player. If they don't understand coverages, you need to know that before you make them the number one pick in the draft, because that lets you know it's going to be a little longer before that person actually gets it with the training that you need, or you need to get something else. Because when you're drafting high in a draft, You need to hit. If you don't hit that, it sets your franchise back about 5 years. So that's the one reason. Number two reason is this one here, and this is just the truth. When it comes to coaches, they don't they go in with the perception that these coaches are subject matter experts unless they look like you. When they look like you, they need more seasoning. They need to have this criteria. They need to be able to have a offensive coaching job, a defensive coaching job. They should have been able to run something. So it's all different parameters. But I'll give you an example. Jeff Saturday never did anything pertaining to coaching. They picked him off the street. Former NFL player, the Indianapolis coach made him a head coach, and he had no coaching experience. He was a center. He played with Peyton Manning, but because he slept at the Hilton the night before, or he slept at the Holiday Inn, they felt like he knew everything he needed to know to be a head coach. But be what's like anything else, we're going to learn, and we're going to learn the hard way. This is going to be the Browns have a hidden agenda when it pertains to hiring their coach. You got your boy, Barry. Barry already got his quarterback for 2026, which is already in house. They already have their defense in place that he wants. They already have that he ain't losing his job. And now you need somebody who's going to handle the status quo. The status quo is this one here. When we tell you something, you need to be able to follow instructions. And that's all what you're seeing. Everything else is just bob and weave, bob and weave. It's a show. And let's get back there.
So to me, look, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents whether you want it or not. I find it a bit unorthodox since B. Watts brought up the data-driven process and all of that.
How you know? How you know?
Whoa, see, I ain't cut them off.
How you know? How you know other teams?
Whoa.
No, I'm not gonna let you get that off on the Cleveland Browns. How you know other teams ain't doing that just because they ain't publicized? Just because the Cleveland Browns do it, everybody want to jump on the pile because that's the same thing to do. How you know the other teams ain't doing what the Cleveland Browns and Andrew Berry are doing? That's all I want to say. Now go ahead with your statement.
We ain't talking about other teams tonight. We talking about Doodoo Browns. That's what we talking about. So I find it unorthodox that the Doodoo Browns have you writing a multi-part essay. Now the personality test, I understand. You in a room with a lot of alpha males, from the administration all the way down to the players. It's a lot of testosterone in the building. So personalities, you got to be able to manage that. I don't think Kevin Stefanski was a good manager of personalities, in my opinion. So I understand the personality test. But the multi-part essay, because obviously they're giving them the agenda to say, well, this is what we want you to write about. So write about this and then present it to us. So I just find it a little bit unorthodox because I'm in agreement with you now, B. Watts. They are going young. Let's see. The top 2 of their candidates are young guys. Now they still have Jim Swartz in the mix, Todd Monken in the mix, and then they Rooney ruled Anthony Lynn, former head coach of the LA Chargers. Now he the current running back coach over there with the Commanders up towards Unk area. But Grant Yadinsky and Nathan Shalesi, them some 2 young guys. Look, I don't know what that's going to look like, but it looked like, if you're asking me if I would have put my money on any of them names I just said, that it looked like they're going to go with the Grant Yadesky guy. And look, I saw him twice this year because I follow the Texans. That's my team. Jaguars, they play twice a year, and I followed him. Look, he made a lot of things easier for the Jaguars offense, but I don't know if that offense going to translate to Cleveland, because to me, the Jaguars process was further along, Uncle Steve, than where Cleveland is right now. What you say to that, Uncle Steve?
Well, this is what I will say is this one here. I think they're just using this here process as a barrier. And what it is a barrier is what I mean by this one here. Back in the old days, they used to tell us you had to count, in order to vote, you had to count how many jelly beans was in the jar. and people go in there. You wouldn't count know how many jelly beans in that jar, but they use it as a barrier to prevent certain things from happening. And people are like, well, how does that make sense? When you have a job and your job is a not desired job, you want to get people out there. You want to set certain things up, criterias up there to see if people are going to be like, oh, I'm not doing that. Those are people you don't want to have, because this Cleveland job, if you pay attention, they want someone who's going to follow instructions. Pay attention to what they're saying. When we say this is who we want as a defensive coordinator, they want somebody who's going to be the status quo. So they're going to put these barriers up, because if you look at it, you're going to have certain people be like, oh, I'm not doing that. And you had coaches be like, oh, I'm not doing that. That makes no sense. You don't want them, because when they tell you, Barry come and say, hey, guys, this is the direction we're going. This is what we want to do. You don't want somebody coming in there, oh, no, that don't make no sense. We don't need to do that. We need to do this, this, and this. Not going to happen with Barry. Barry's getting somebody. He's like, okay, I vetted this person. This person works with me well. This person's going to do the status quo. They're going to have their own mind. But when the boss says this is the direction we're going, they're going in that direction. That's the way I see it, because that information that you're providing to them, they're not going to even read it. You go put some on that paper, they're not going to even read that damn stuff, because they could care less. They know what they're going to do. So with that being said, it's just a barrier. It's a part of the process. And then Barry wants to let you know he's smarter than everybody else. He's a young cat, and he's showing y'all, I'm putting and also it's the perception, JR. It's the perception that he's putting a lot into this. We're making sure that they have to do a detailed essay, that they have to do a evaluation, because most of them crazy anyway. And when you're doing this, when people look at it, they're going to be like, man, he's really detailed. But in perception, it's absolutely nothing. Because if I can sell you some swampland and you eat it up, that's what I'm going to sell you, because it's all about perception. Back to you, B-Watch. You kick it and tell me what you think, sir.
Yeah, you know, Andrew Barry, he the man, man. The owner gave him the power. Said, you the man. You do this thing like you want to do it. Now, it's going to be some consequences come with it if you don't get it right. I know. Like I said, everybody wants to jump on the Cleveland Browns, because Cleveland Browns put it on themselves. They haven't been a smooth operating franchise. They haven't won anything. Put it like that. So when you hear negative stuff coming their way, they deserve it. But you still got to give the brother who's in charge of the Cleveland Browns, the GM. He's in management. A lot of people don't want that. The Cleveland media don't want Andrew Barry in charge. They tried to link them together. When it comes to the truth, the owner hired Kevin Stefanski first. Then he hired the general manager. That ain't the way they're supposed to roll. You hire the general manager, and the general manager is supposed to hire his coach. And if that coach ain't right, the owner come down and get on the general manager. Then the general manager get on the head coach. The Atlanta Falcons did it the other way. They hired their head coach. Now they looking for a general manager to go with Kevin Stefanski, because two of the general managers that they wanted don't want to work with Kevin Stefanski. So now they don't open up with a pool of total of 5 general managers. If you follow the story in Atlanta, like I have, the bottom line is they don't want a black man in charge of the Cleveland Browns. But guess what? He there supporting, just like he did the white man. Your team ain't winning. Whoever your team don't want, they got one championship gonna win. One champion they gonna crown. It ain't gonna be the Pittsburgh Steelers. It ain't gonna be the Baltimore Ravens. It ain't gonna be the Atlanta Falcons. It ain't even gonna be the Texans. They ain't in the playoffs. It's gonna be one team that wear that crown, and that's the name of the goal. And the first step is that getting a winner. You got to get the general manager and the head coach on track, and they got to be as one. Back to you, Jim.
Look, Chad, I'm not letting B. Watts get off the hook that easy now. I'm all about support the brother man. I'm all about that. Now, look, though, but when the brother man is messing up, I got to call that brother man out.
Okay, when have he messed up? When have he been on his own? They had a group. They go by analytics. D. Podesta was the man in charge. He gone now. He out the room.
I'm I'm gonna tell you this right. I'm gonna tell you this right here.
I tell you what,
Andrew
who was
Berry
in charge
first
of the
mistake.
Baltimore Ravens when they went on that championship? Name the one person. They didn't have no big old room. Name the one person, Uncle Steve. Who was it? Isaac who?
Ozzie Newsome.
He was the one he was the 18 out what?
See?
When he did it his way, who complaining?
Nobody.
Why you can't give this brother a chance? That's all I'm saying. Give Andrew Berry a chance. He just been there. He ain't been there for 6 years.
The brother that had 6 chances.
How you gonna say he was in the room with a bunch of people, man? He ain't making no decision by himself.
This what I'm gonna say. This Andrew Berry first mistake of the offseason. You go.
I'm gonna time out. Why you say he don't make a mistake?
I'm
finna
explain to you right here. And I think Uncle Steve will agree with this.
Oh, just because y'all two say he made a mistake.
See? Hey, look, who's hosting tonight? Who's hosting tonight, Uncle Steve? Who's hosting?
I ain't gonna let y'all do that, brother, like that.
This Andrew Berry first mistake right here. We looking for a coach. All right, I need some help to narrow the coaching search. Let me go get a former GM from what team? The Oakland Raiders. Now, in the past decade, let's just go a decade, 10 years, a 10-year span. What have the Oakland Raiders done? I'll wait. Okay?
Okay, let me educate you a little bit more.
Uncle
Steve. He wasn't just a GM at the Raiders. He also was a GM at the San Diego Chargers. He the one who hired Anthony Lynn. He the one who got Anthony Lynn to come in to do the interview. I just want to educate you on my team. I'm going to educate you on my team. That's all.
And look, I'm not trying to poo-poo on the black man. What did Anthony Lynn do in LA? I'll just let that rest right there. But I'm gonna just put it like this: we building something. Are we gonna go hire a contractor that's 1-star rated? Or are we gonna hire somebody with a proven track record of winning success? What you say to that, Uncle Steve?
Depends on your budget. You can't go get a 5-star. You can't go get a 5-star player. You can't go get a 5-star contractor if you ain't got 5-star money.
Uncle Steve sound like B Watts tonight, y'all.
Shit. What the hell he talking about? Go ahead, bro.
What you say to that, Uncle Steve?
Y'all for the show. I look at it this way, pertaining to Berry. If he respects the guy and he feels like the guy is a subject matter expert in and provide him assistance, yes, I will. To me, I don't see a fault in finding someone who's competent. Now, listen to what I'm saying. I'm finding someone who's competent and who's done it at a high level. Now, if that person meets those criterias, then yes, I'm going to that individual and I will speak with that individual, because I'm never too proud to say I know everything and that I got all the answers, because you don't. I don't care if you even Signetti. You don't have all the answers. What you need is people around you to feed you information. The best generals I've ever seen were the ones who got competent people in the room with them, listened to their ideas, heard their ideas, and then came up with his own solution with those ideas. So I don't see a problem with it as long as they're competent. But if this a losing person and this person ain't never won anything, I wouldn't do it. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't do that. But if it's a person that come in there with a high level, skill level, and a subject matter expert, yes, I will. But that's just me. But I like how y'all going back and forth. But B. Watts, the man here is the host. That means he the host. You can't argue with the host, man. I know it's your show, but God, dog. Last week you was for the white man. You couldn't get off Josh. Josh was man, I thought Josh was the savior. Now this week you with the black man. Hell, what is it? You a Muslim one week and then what's What's going on, man? I don't know what it is with you, B. Watts.
Hey, man, I just can't let y'all that jump on Andrew Berry. I'm not going to let y'all jump on his neck like y'all always been doing, you know?
Go
I'm going to
ahead.
cut it out right now, you know? Your team, it ain't like y'all team playing for the Super Bowl. Yeah, you know? It ain't like your general manager out there doing the right thing. At least
I'm a New England Patriot.
He had a
I'm a New England Patriot fan, so
and it's possible that he gonna have a good one this year. Now, just because he went out and got somebody in the organization of the Las Vegas Raiders, it take two to dance. Just because I love CC, that don't mean I love CC see me, but it's Miss Kimberly, aka see me, and we on, yeah, you know, that's how that thing worked. Maybe the other people didn't want to work with Andrew Berry, so he had to get somebody who we were comfortable with.
I will say this, and I'll end it right there. Man,
no, don't end it. Let's go. Come on, I want that smoke tonight. Let's go.
Losers working with losers will equal losing. That's the simple equation.
Hey, but that's why that owner from your team had to play on his team.
We moving on to the next subject.
That's why the Texans had to sell. The owner had to sell his team because he was working with a bunch of losers. Yeah.
He didn't sell his team. It got passed down to his son. But that's neither here nor there. Andrew Berry got to get it right. You've been there 6 years. This is his most important decision thus far in that organization. So he got to get it right. So I won't sit here and just critique him without providing him a soft landing spot. I will say this: him taking his time to get the proper candidate is the right thing to do. Now, I may not agree with the steps he's taking to get there, but the fact that he's doing his due diligence, that within itself is commendable. And I salute Andrew Berry for that, because you got to get it right, dog. You've been there 6 years. You got to get it right if you want to be there another 6 years, for sure. But look, hot topic, man. It's been a hot topic. We won't spend too much time on it. B. Watts covered it, a little bit, but just want to speak on Jordan Seaton, right? Everybody know by now, unless you've been asleep under a rock or your power been off for the last 3-4 days and your phone ain't been charged and things like that, that Jordan Seaton has signed with LSU. Lane Kiffin reportedly flew out there to Atlanta in the 9th hour after Jordan Seaton met with him in Baton Rouge, and then Oregon made their way to Atlanta, and then Lane Kiffin say, hold on, turn that jet around, we're going back to Atlanta because I got to seal the deal. So with Jordan Seaton signing with LSU Tigers, give me your thoughts, B. Watts. Let me know. How do you feel about it?
Man, I just knew he was going to Miami, man, but I guess Lane Kiffin, I don't know. Boy, it was some report out there he was going to Oregon. But, man, Lane Kiffin, man, he going to have to win it, bro. He done stacked his team, man. Didn't he get the quarterback from Arizona State, too?
Yep.
So he needs somebody to protect his blind side. So, man, I heard Carl Reed today when he posted a video when it come down to that transfer portal. How we looking at the situation, these young folks looking at it different. They ain't going in the same way we looked at it. Some of these guys in college football, they're just trying to get all the money they can because they know they're not going to the next level. So they're going to get all the money they can right now. The Coach Prime idol and message will get into the NFL. Them other cats, like Carl Reed said, they looking at them guys over there on YouTube page and doing them content, iSpeed, whatever your name. iSpeed and that other dude, that's who they want to follow,
I show speed and
they following him. Carl Reed said they following them. Yeah, they following them while the people my age and y'all age, we trying to hope they get to the NFL. They ain't trying to get there. They looking at that top creator over there. He making millions by just going out there making videos. They don't want to go out there and no 9-to-5 job right now or nothing like that. They using college, just like college is using them 5 or 10 years ago. We're going to take this money. We're going to get the more if we can. If you don't want to pay me Coach Prime, we're going to go to LSU. We're going to go to Miami. We're going to go to Ohio State. They got the money. They paying. They want me to sit on the bench and bag them up. I'm going to go there. That's how they thinking now. And then you got the parents. Their parents and their uncles like Jordan Seaton. He said, "No, boy, you going to." he mad cause Jordan Seaton went to LSU. He want him to go to Oregon to get that $100,000 extra to put in his pocket. There's a lot of stuff they got going on out there with that NIL. I'm Steve.
Well, the rabbit has the gun, and when the rabbit has the gun, nobody thinks it's fun. What I'll say is this one here. Good luck to Jordan Seaton. I feel like he did what was best for him. The only thing I will say about that, I don't like the manner in which he did it. It's not good for him. It's not good for the relationship that he had with Coach Prime and his family. It made no sense. I think you just could have went to Coach Prime and said, "Hey, they're offering me an absorbent amount of money. And with this money, this is a game changer for me and my family at this time. It just makes sense for me to take my talents somewhere else." And when you do it that way, hey, people can get mad, but they have to respect the fact if you're getting double what you're offered as someone else. But the problem you have is this one here. When you have family members involved in the process of handling your business, you just got people out there, man. You had a deal with CU. And for me, when I got a deal with somebody, I'm not going and then tell myself, "Oh, let me." If you don't have a deal, you don't have a deal. But you got something in play. They offered you this. Yeah, we're cool with this one here. Or you just say, "Hey, I'm not touching that. I'm looking to see what's out there." That's two different things. I'm gonna look and see what's out there and then go from there. And that's cool. You can't get mad at that. If somebody willing to pay you that kind of money, God bless you. So good luck to Jordan Seaton. I have nothing bad to say about it. When it pertains to that, he burnt some bridges. He has to be accountable for that. But it's not good for football. What they're doing right now, you're creating monsters, because what's going to happen right now, they're going to turn on the players. Those coaches are going to get together, and they're going to get the control back, and they're going to turn on these players. And what they're going to start doing is they're going to start blackballing these players. You're going to see players coming out there, "Oh, we ain't signing. We're going to want this, this, and this." What's going to happen, they're going to go and say, "Well, none of us are going to sign you," just like they do in the NFL. And they're going to stop that mess. They're going to stop it, because when you see Debo come out the way Debo came out to that mess that Ole Miss done, they got to make changes. So it is what it is. Let's move on. It was fun talking about Jordan Seaton, but he's not a Colorado Buffalo. God bless him, and move on.
Yeah,
back to you.
And also, when you look at that, Uncle Steve and JR, they could, man, Duke University, that quarterback, they suing him. Yeah, we don't give you this money, you gonna jump in the portal. So that stuff there, man, it's just bad, man. It's a bad look on the sport,
Yeah. It's a NIL era, man. It's a dirty game, man. Look, I like it, man. Look, young men, get your money while you can. We're in a capitalist country, so get your money while you can.
Let me ask you this, JR. If you was Jordan Seaton, uncle or dad, how would you handle that situation?
I would tell him do what's best for him. Honestly, that's what I would tell him. Hey, let's do what's best for you. We're gonna look at analytics and everything like that. We're gonna look at draft position. We're gonna look at offensive scheme and everything like that. What best suits your talents, right? And then ultimately, let's do what's best for you, because it's your life. You got to live it. So the conversations you have, you getting paid like a grown man. You need to go have grown man conversations, like Uncle Steve said. Look, we don't know if he spoke to Coach Prime or not, but if we're going under the presumption as though how he left, with the reported video being created to say I'm staying and then I'm leaving, those are conversations and those are apologies that are due to people that I'm not going to say you necessarily manipulated, but you were not fully truthful with. But grown people have to have those conversations, right? So if I was his uncle, brother, cousin, whatever, I would say first, man, hey, do what's right for you, right? I can't tell you how to live your life. I can give you advice to say what best fits you, but ultimately it's your decision, and I support you regardless. But like I said, the NIL, B Watts, it's a nasty business, man.
Yeah.
And I was looking for some solid numbers. I really couldn't find anything, but I'm gonna start with the quarterback for LSU, Sam Levitt. So it's reportedly out there about 4.5 million. And then for Jordan Seaton, it's reported between 2.5 up to 3.5. So if we go with the high end number, if I'm doing my math correctly, 4.5 and 3.5, that's $8 million. So I mean, LSU got some deep pockets. $8 million and these are 1 year rentals. 1 year. Quarterback and left tackle. It will throw me completely off if Jordan Seaton decided to stay in college 1 more year. But we talking about some 1 year rental guys, $8 million sold up in 2 positions. So LSU got some deep pockets. But like you said, it's the era that we in. It's nasty works. University suing players. It won't be the first, won't be the last. But speaking of money, I'm going through, YouTube, and I see Shiloh post a video. I said, okay, man, let me watch it, man. Let me see what these boys doing, man. It's Paris Fashion Week. That's on my bucket list, actually, to go to Paris for Fashion Week somewhere in my lifetime, just to enjoy the experience. I go through the video, and so the question I have, chat, you can answer this question too, chat, but for Uncle Stephen B. Watts, what's the most money you ever spent on a pair of trousers, or pants?
Shoot, boy. I think he was saying something like, boy, ain't no, boy, 700, 800. I think the highest they ever spent on some pants. Man, that had been some years ago. You remember when them Jordans was out, probably about $70? I was in high school, man. That's 30 years ago. But now, man, shoot, man. I want some jeans the other day. They asked me, said, man, what kind of jeans you got on? I said, shit, Amazon. Shit. My daughter said, Dad, what kind of blue jeans you got on? I said, shoot, I got these things on Amazon, girl. They say you 5 on them about $25.
Hey, somebody in the chat said 600. Hey, big money, 600.
Nah, I'm serious. It's been a long time before I spent that money. My average jeans now, man, shit, man, probably about $40, bro.
About 40? Oh, okay, that's about average.
About $40.
What about you?
Paying no 100. Man, women do that. No man do that.
Well, to be honest, if I'm gonna pay that kind of money, I'm gonna pay that kind of money to get them take jeans off. So I don't pay that kind of money to put jeans on. I pay that kind of money to get them taken off. Now I pay that to get it taken off. And you right now, I say, okay, well, what we're talking about here. but with that being said, I will put it this way: I just bought some jeans, man. I'm the type of dude, man. When I go on there, I go sales. Jeans are expensive now. You go in there, you're surprised. I looked up like, man, $100, $150, $200. I said, no, let me go over here and let me get these here. They on 50% off. Let me go and get these. And we did that. And I had a coupon. Yep, I had a coupon. So did. Then had my birthday coupon when I went into the NEX, and I got them. So I got them for like, there's regular $80. I got them for about 25. So it was good. It was a good day for me. It was a good day. So that's me. But back to y'all fellas.
Hey, yeah, so I had to go look at my closet. I was like, man, I know I got some designer stuff in here. Let me see what I done spent money on in my lifetime. And then I said, yeah, man, I was a young, dumb fool, man. Most I ever spent on a pair of pants, $1,500 on some chrome heart pants, man. I don't even wear them. Y'all, I got $1,500 jeans in my closet. I don't wear them no more, man.
Dog,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, you might well go hang out with Shedeur, bro.
$1,500 jeans, man.
Ain't nowhere in the world, man. Nah, bro, I ain't doing that.
$1,500, and but yeah, I don't wear no more, man. So at this point, a lot of the stuff in my closet is resale. I'm a shoe collector as well and stuff like that. But now I've kind of slowed down since I'm getting closer to 40. And a lot of the stuff I kind of sell off now. But yeah, cut and sewn, man. The only thing I got cut and sewn was a suit. And I ain't even spend, that was in Korea. I probably spent about $150. I don't know about them career suits, get your name in and all that stuff. Yeah, man. So it was about $150 cutting the song, to fit my body and my body only. But yeah, about $150, man. So shout out to anybody out there that's getting anything cut and sewn, man. But I just thought I was like, man. I said, yeah, man, I didn't did that before in my lifetime. Like that's crazy, man. But it's hard to find a good pair of jeans. So, but salute to them, man.
$1,500 on some jeans.
1,500, man. And I probably wore the jeans maybe 4 times, B Watts.
Dog, bro, you need to be out there with Shiloh them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but they a lot of things in my
have
closet
$15
are being
million
put up
when you
for
do that,
sale
bro.
now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of things in my closet being put up for sale these days. So I wouldn't spend that much money now. But back then when I was a little young and dumb, yeah, I did. I spent a lot of money on some foolish stuff. But talking about money, Coach Prime, Colorado Buffaloes. Look, it's their first week, man. It seemed like they had a good week. They got the guys in the building where Coach Prime can see them all in shorts and shirts and working out and moving and running fast and throwing up heavy weight. But then that first team meeting, and it said on there, do's and don'ts. These are the things we pretty much ain't gonna go for. And it was a fining system in place right there. And I just kind of like read through some of the comments. I was kind of shocked. A lot of people were against it. A lot of people were like, where the money going to? Well, why are you fining them? And why are you doing this? And why are you doing that? So B-Watts, I wanted to know, what do you think about the fining system? Hey, if you show up late to a team meeting, I think it was like $1,000. If you just miss the team meeting altogether, it's $2,000. If you show up late to treatment, it's $400. If you miss treatment altogether, it's $1,000. So on and so forth. They had it broken down in certain categories. What do you think about that, B. Watts?
JR, he should have been done did that, JR. I'm being honest. When that NIL started, I think Uncle Steve used to bring that up when we were doing our shows. He said he need to find and start feeding poly meat or some kind of meat he was saying.
Poly meat is crazy, man.
Hey, Coach Prime 2 years late, bro. 2 years late doing this, bro. They gone. The player who he should have been fined. They gone, bro. Omarion Miller, late. Yeah. Big my dude. What his name? The big lineman down the Big Barn. Them the ones he should have been fine. Sleeping in the meeting room. But anyway, I ain't got no problem with him, man. Every one of them players is getting. You don't think they getting at least $25,000 people?
Oh yeah, the collective is setting them off.
So you tell me you can't come to a meeting on time. If you can't come to a meeting on time, you supposed to be all right. You miss practice. And to even list, if you ain't watching films, I'm gonna fine you $1,000. No, you should get your butt out of that university if you ain't watching film, bro. Like I said, Uncle Steve was 2 years ago talking about this situation. I guess Coach Prime listening. So hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with it. Uncle Steve, what's your thoughts on it?
It's like this here. You want to be an adult. You want to get paid like an adult. You want to be a big baller. You got money to pay for everything else. It's called accountability. When we go to our jobs, if we don't do our jobs, you got a couple things going to happen. You're going to be fired or you're going to be suspended. So if that can happen to me, you're giving kids hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the only thing you have to do is wake up and go to a place at a select time. The problem you have is this here, B. Watts. It was an S show last year in Colorado. When you hear the wide receiver coach come up there, and the first thing he said was, it ain't gonna be like it was last year. People not coming to practice on time, people not coming to the meetings on time. Where do they do that at?
Right.
Where did they do that at? Now, when Coach Phillips come out and say that lets you know it was some stuff going on. And there's other people came up and was talking about what was going on in Colorado. But the problem is this one here, and this is what people get upset. Football is a majority of African Americans. And if you pay attention to things, they're going to put limits on things where it's African Americans. When it comes to baseball, ain't no age limit. When it comes to hockey, ain't no age limit. When it comes to tennis, ain't no age limit. So my thing is they want to control and they want to make sure you guys, and football is the one that makes all the money. So they want to keep that control. And with that control, they see y'all getting all that money and they see y'all buying them gold chains and everything else. So it ain't gonna just be Coach Prime. The problem you have is this: you're giving people money and those people don't even have to perform. You can have people come there and be like, man, I ain't doing this crap. I'm gonna wait to the portal. And they got basically guaranteed contract. So what do? You need to find them. They need to be eating potted meat. I don't know why Coach Prime feed them as well as he doing. It makes no sense. They didn't do nothing. You're feeding these kids like they champions, and they have done absolutely nothing. They go in with this branding again, and they have done absolutely nothing. They need to be, when you come in there, they need to have MREs. I would give them MREs. That you're damn right. Give them MREs and give them a Gatorade and tell them, hey, make it do what it do. Make it do what it do. No, ain't no timeout. Ain't no timeout.
You don't get that off, bro.
Yes. Get ass MREs.
I don't wish an MRE
I do because the problem you have. Hey, they need to have locked up when they out there. They act like they got the boo-boo and they'll have a sense of urgency. They'll get off the line. They won't be jumping outside. But what I'm saying is this: when the pork and beans is excellent, they can fart up all the way. They can fart all the way up there, be farting and everything else. This is what I'm saying, and this is not fun. This is not to be a joke. If you got them where they're comfortable, you're not going to get the best out of kids when they're comfortable. When they're comfortable, if you look at it, one thing I can respect Mendoza about, and I can guarantee you ain't going to have too many brothers do this, Mendoza cut women out, period. Because he wanted no distraction. He might have cut it out for other reasons, but I ain't gonna go there. But he cut women out, period. And when he cut them out,
what you gonna do, Dan? You ain't gonna let me do that, bro.
You are not the host, B-Watch. You are not the host. If you're not the host, you sit back, know your role, and shut your hole. The only person who should be talking is JR. Now, if you want to run the show, you want to act like fake news, give people the host job and take it from them, then do that. But if you're not going to do your damn job and be on the other side, then let JR do his job. I'm going to say what I got to say. If you don't like me saying what I'm saying, hell, I'm gone.
JR, you cannot let Steve sit up there and get that off.
Oh,
okay. You know when Steve, JR, when Steve hosting, he don't let you do that.
I just put my hands up.
I mean, he don't let you do that.
He put it together so smooth. I put my hands up. I said,
here y'all go again, working together. He go y'all again, working together.
That boy good.
Now you trying to separate brothers. You just got to say we need to stick together. Now you want to separate us, Malcolm.
Exactly. JR, you just can't let him get that out, JR. I haven't taught you nothing.
Go ahead, Uncle Steve. Go ahead and finish up, Uncle Steve.
I tell you what, I'm going to the refrigerator and get me a drink.
You've been drinking all together. MREs is meals ready to eat. They come in a little package. They last for like 20, 30 years. You can have shit that you come in there, cut them up. They got a little heater in there. You go in there and shake it up, put the little heater on the little meal. Man, they're fantastic for those young kids. They need to try that because what's happening when you're feeding them steak and eggs and stuff like that, they're comfortable. Just like B-Wash right now. He drinking. He's very comfortable. He gonna look at that. That's what he want. He want Truly. That's all he want to do. Drink up his girlfriend drinks. All he do. Hell, he nailed the wine on now. He didn't drink when he
over his shoulder. Like,
he looking over his shoulder. Stealing his old lady drink. Now, where your drink at? That's a woman drink anyway. Some damn Truly. Get you some Budweiser, some Corona or something like that if you gonna drink. But I'm gonna give it to you, B-Watch, because I'm tired. You got Prime shirt on, but you got I can't. Go on, B-Watch. You tell me what I said wrong.
I will say this. I'll say this, B-Watch. Hey, MRE, a meal ready to eat, that's nasty work, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
You can't do that, You can't do the bar like that, bro.
Hell,
One thing they gonna
hey,
get.
give them sardines and crackers. If you want to do it, give them sardines and crackers. It don't make me no damn difference. What they've done? You feed
They gonna
somebody
get.
steak,
They gonna get their calories though. Them MREs, boy, them MREs got about 7,000 calories in it. They gonna get their calories for the day.
But JR, this is my problem. They can't come to practice on time. I'm just going last year, not talking about this thing. They can't come to practice on time. They're missing me. They sleeping in meetings. Hell, if you're going to do that, give them that MRE. I guarantee you ain't sleeping. Your butt going to be so stocked up, you ain't got to worry about going there talking about some sleeping. You want stuff to keep them up. Give them, have them hungry. They need to be hungry. If they hungry, I guarantee they ain't sleeping in damn practice. Man, my gut, I want to get this over with and let you. If you don't produce, you don't eat. That's the way it should be. It's lions. We got lions. If y'all want pussycats, keep on treating them like that. And that's what you're going to have. They're going to have colored fingernails. They're going to have hair going up there twirl. They're going to be wearing bonnets and everything else. We want men. I want them seeing, hey, some of them coming there. They better have a record as far as I'm concerned. I want to go in there and look and say, hey, when they do their fingerprints, I want to see something on it. Not everybody, but a couple of them. Back to you, B-Wise.
Hey, man. I can't follow that, bro. I can't follow that.
Look, what I say.
He went way out on them, man.
What I say.
Hey, so man. Steve, since you want to talk all that trash, you the host next Tuesday. JR, every Sunday you the host. Steve, every Tuesday you the host. Till y'all go out of town or can't do it. Y'all the host. Y'all want to take over the show? You got it. Next Tuesday, your show. Every Sunday yours, JR.
You heard him, huh? You heard him.
Y'all the host. You ain't got to text me about what you going to talk about. Just talk. Because you ain't going to follow the script.
Hey, what's not going to happen, B-Watch think he's slick. His old lady done told him something that he got to be somewhere. Oh, this is an easy way to put it on. Hey, my hours of operation are from this time. See, my duties are this one there. I might not could do anything, but I don't want to be comfortable. See what I mean? And see, I don't want to be comfortable. See, you trying to get me to be comfortable, and that's not going to happen.
This is a new team that Coach Prime got. And Steve said put him on. I ain't gonna say them what he said.
He's just making the comparison. He making the comparison.
JR, come on, JR.
What I will say, I agree with the finance system. I was kind of shocked to see how many people was asking, well, where the money go and this and that and the third. Look, I'm sure they find them, they take the money. That money will go either back to the collective or I would give it to the non-scholarship players. I'll put it in the pool, give it to the non-scholarship players. Kind of like how the NFL do. The NFL, they take their fines and they put it back into the NFL, or the team specifically, they'll take their fines and they give it to the
that money got paid from that food they eat, man.
I got a question for those same people who asking that question. Why weren't they asking the question, what were they doing with the money before they were paying players? What were they doing with all that money when the presidents and everybody else get money? It's only you worried about money when you think, oh, they taking from these poor, you need to hold people accountable because they don't respect anything else. When you take that money out their pocket that they mama now been looking for, oh, your check's supposed to be this much. Why your check? And it'll let them know where they can't lie. Man, my check light because mama ain't been going to class. Oh, now you know what's gonna happen now? Yeah. Mama gonna be like, oh hell no, my money's short. All money's short because you can't go to class. Now I'm gonna hold you accountable. And what it does, it helps your child. It doesn't hurt your child because the first thing I'm gonna say, well, why your monkey ass ain't in class? That's the first thing I'm gonna say. That's the first thing I'm gonna say.
Tonight, bro.
I'm drinking. It's snowing. I'm drinking water.
You got no oil in that water.
JR, you got that list, JR?
I only got 7 minutes left. B-Wise, give me
all right, JR. Tell the people the ways they can get fined. You got the list?
I don't have it on me. But I'll rattle off a few. I already mentioned if you show up late to a team meeting, they're gonna fine you. I forget the dollar amount, but they're gonna fine you. If you miss the team meeting, it's almost double what the initial fine is. So let's say you miss the team meeting, it's $1,000. I mean, if you're late to the team meeting, it's $1,000. If you miss the team meeting altogether, that's $2,000. If you're late to treatment, you got ailments and things like that. If you're late, $400. If you miss treatment altogether, it was like $1,500. It was all kind of different compliance issues, but I was like, look, if you miss multiple things in a week, boy, you get hit over the head for about 10 racks. Quickest way to get a young person attention, you start dipping in them pockets. So I was like, look,
just like Steve said, that mama gonna call and say, boy, you did what now? What that money at? Mama, I was late for class, they find them. Boy.
Yep. Hey, look, it ain't got to be no conversation. You was late, we're going to find you, and we're going to keep going on. You know, I remember Zay Weaver, former Buffalo in the NFL, he said that. I think Jimmy came out to see him while he was still, you know, chasing the NFL dream his last year, and he went out to go work with Xavier Weaver, and Weaver was like, yeah, nah, man, hey, you show up late, they don't say nothing to you. They just find the little pink slip just in your thing. They just find you, take it out your check. You be like, whoa, what? Yep, you showed up late. But the coach not going to say nothing to you. I don't need to say nothing to you. We finding you, and you just need to fall in wherever you at. You 15 minutes late? Well, we already on this part. Get one of your teammates to backfill you on something. But I like it. So I'll leave it at that. But another thing that I saw interesting was the coaches, right? Coaches got up there. I'm gonna tell you right now, Gunner White ain't got no swag to him. I don't care. Look, y'all could beat me up in the chat for all you like. Gunner White ain't got no swag to him, man. That was probably one of the worst introductions. He was stumbling. His voice sounded like it was crackling. I don't know. He need a redo for all I know. But one of the coaches that stood out to me, besides Brendan Marion, one of the coaches that stood out to me was the cornerbacks coach. So what coach stuck out to y'all, or what coach did not stick out to y'all? Because you see in the chat, people are already asking a few questions. Where coach such and such at? We'll get to that chat. But what coach stuck out to you during the introduction of the coaches?
The tight end coach, he stood out, and really I think the linebacker coach, the way it just like it was different from what we seen from the past linebacker coach. He came out with a little fire in him, and those speeches don't mean a damn thing. You can't, man. Look at him. I seen that. I heard that last year. You can't teach them guys how to. You know, I'm like Uncle Steve, man. Let's get it real, man. I hate to do this because I know the guys be watching this thing. But you ain't watching film with your own position group, bro. I don't care what kind of speech you got. How they know what question to ask by the play when you start hearing stuff out there like, man, I hate to bring stuff up like this. You ain't watching about how many hours of film a week. I'm just saying.
No, come on.
No, man.
Come on,
man. As a positional coach, you don't think them coaches should be watching films with their own players, bro?
B-Watch, that's the biggest thing I would tell Coach Prime. He does a lot of motivation. That's good, but your job ain't motivation. Your job is winning football games. You got kids out there. You need to get those kids prepared. And this is the problem I have with watching film. What if they don't know what they're looking at?
Exactly.
So you're putting.
Hold on now.
No, wait. No. You're not going to stop me on this one, JR. And the reason I say you're not going to. The reason I say, and I'm gonna let you hit it. I'm gonna give it to you, JR. But with everything, you got to get a baseline. Before I can go and start letting you watch film, I need to have a baseline of what you at. And regardless, even you at a highest level, I still want to be in there with you to say, hey, for every week, we got to go over a game plan. So that game plan, I need to make sure it's instilled within everybody and everybody's on the same page. So I don't go and get on there with everybody else. You know, I don't put everybody else's name out there. This person said this because I could care less. All I'm saying is this one here. I would prefer Marion. I ain't got no problem with Marion as a teacher. I don't have a problem with the linebackers coach because if you listen to Marv, That's a teacher. So I think those things are taken care of as far as teaching them. But I would like more focus with in the position rooms. They need to be spending time listening to the players. For me, this is how I teach. I go and say, hey, kids, this is the objective. This is the things we're going to do. Then I ask people on this play, what do you see? Please explain to me what do you see and what you should do. And I'm not putting them on I'm not putting them on notice or trying to embarrass anybody. I need to know where you're at. And now I can go, okay, this is what you're not seeing. This is what you're not seeing and work from there. But back to you, JR. I don't want to stick it along, but yes, they need to do that.
Y'all hard on the coaching now. I thought I
Watch
was
him,
hard on the
JR.
coaching. I thought I was hard on the boy. Y'all hard on them, man. So y'all essentially saying them coaches was stealing money last year. That's what y'all saying?
Well, that's what Coach
You ain't
Prime
never-
said. That's what Coach Prime said because he reduced their salary and he got rid of them. So it ain't what I said. It's what he said, because if they would have done what they supposed to, they'll still have their jobs. So
Man,
what
y'all-
I will say again, anytime people come out to you and Shedeur Sanders and Travis the year before were doing their own plays writing on the sideline, that tells me I don't need an offensive coordinator. That just lets me know I got the wrong offensive coordinator. But that's just me. And that offensive coordinator was making $1.5 million. Y'all crying about the kids, but these jokers making millions of dollars and ain't doing nothing but golfing and everything else. Man, miss me golfing, fishing, and everything else. You couldn't do nothing for my team if you ain't in there. And they need to find coaches, because if your squad is on there and not performing, I'm taking money from coaches. Hell, you ain't gonna be comfortable. Your wife, you gonna have to talk to your wife, baby. Why your $30,000 missing? Hell, my team didn't play well. My team got a special team. We got a block punt. I'm blocked. The special team coach, that's $10,000. I need that money because hell, if you ain't gonna do your job, I'm gonna get somebody else, and you ain't getting paid. Back to you, B-Wise.
What's Sap at? I didn't see
Dang,
Sap.
you just gonna come out? You just gonna come out like that? Golly,
He on a
man.
biscuit. He on a biscuit because you sap him up with a biscuit. So, hey, I don't. When it comes to sap and it comes to the other coach, the special teams coach, I'll wait to Coach Prime. Them got their special way of doing things. I'll let them come out with it. But hey, I'll put it to you this way, B. Watts and Jr. How many recruits did Warren Sapp produce this year?
None.
How many
that I can recall?
How many recruits did the special team coach get?
He got Mate there, huh? Mate 2.0. Didn't he get him there?
Yeah, that's the only one he got.
Well,
He got him there.
Well, my point is this: if you're not pushing your weight, I'm not paying you. When you got people coming in, if you look at it, Marion, they ain't paying Marion enough. Marion doing recruiting, he doing mentoring, he doing teaching, he doing the creative stuff. So I'm just putting it. If I like Sap, but Sap to be a Hall of Famer, and you're not having young men coming into that building, man, what's the purpose? And then your team didn't do nothing last year. A pass coordinator, shit. What coordinating y'all need some coordination. And I ain't throwing no knock at you. And I think he'll do a fantastic job. But you got a lot going on, man. It ain't about that football, and you're not bringing in them Florida boys we be talking about. If you from Florida and you talk all about them Florida boys, how many Florida defensive linemen we got?
No,
That he got.
None.
That's my point. That's my point.
I don't know all of them. I think it may be one or two. But
No, I'm talking about that he brought. I'm talking about that he brought.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he brought in any. But yeah, that's it. That's interesting. I was trying to see if there was alibis for the said coaches that was not present at that time. It seemed like it was, but it was unclear of the audio. So I don't know. Look, chat, we don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, we ain't no insiders or anything like that. I don't go and reach out to the players, try to find out any information, nothing like that. So yeah, we don't know. But remains to be seen. Look, we'll all know whenever they put it out as far as those two coaches, Coach Sapp and Coach Pollard. But yeah, I found it interesting. One duty title specifically, B. Watts. Let me know, because you used to coach B. Watts, right? You coach, little Pop Warner, you know what I'm saying, coming up.
Pop Warner.
Yeah, you say you coach Pop Warner, Mighty Mike, coach,
Man,
church league, football, flag football.
junior
What
high,
college?
man.
Junior high, my bad, yeah. I'm just joking with B Watts. Junior high. So during your tenure as a coach for junior high, B Watts, did you have a Nichols back coach? Just asking.
Well, you
Hold
wrong.
on,
Nah,
I'm just
nah, man.
asking.
Child. Now,
I'm
Augustine.
asking B
Augustine,
Watts.
I know he the host, but come on, bro.
Oh, come
Can't be
on, man.
throwing
I'm
no
just
shots,
asking.
man.
Well,
I ain't
well,
throwing
well, well.
shots, man.
If B Watts had a team, he had a few nickelbacks. They just changed the CK and put a G on them, but that's fine. He had a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey, man. Look like Coach Ryan say, man, I'm gonna keep you on, but I'm about to make up a position for you. That's what it seems like to me, man. Instead of me firing you, I'm gonna make up a position for you. But I ain't never heard of no nickelback. I mean, a nickelback, whatever you want to call it. Either way, yeah. I ain't
I
never
mean,
heard of that, JR. You don't heard of that?
it's an actual position on the field, but
I'm talking about a position on a coaching staff.
coaches say, I mean, look, if I'm sure if I dig deep enough, I'm sure it's probably out there somewhere. But yeah, I just
That's
find it. What's your thoughts on it, Uncle Steve?
eh, it's a good move. I think it's a good move for him, and with it, he got his two sons there. You got a position in which you want to improve. You need to make a change, and they made a change with it. Mathis is a wonderful person, man, and he's a good teacher. The problem Mathis had was this one here, and I'll tell anybody. Coach Prime is some of the problem too, because Coach Prime is determined to have them play man to man. If you don't have man to man talent and you're the defensive back coach, you're setting me up for failure. Because what happens is this one here, I'm putting you, and then you have it where they're not looking at film. Oh hell, how can they know anything? And them teams be scheming up on CU the way they scheme up. So I will put it to you this way. He did what's best for him. He's comfortable with Mathis. He's comfortable with Hart. And with me, y'all can say whatever you want to. Those guys are competent guys. They do the right thing, and they are excellent for that organization. They make Prime feel comfortable with that. Yeah, we don't say nothing about everybody else who got their kids. Belichick got his kids on his team. You got other people got family members on their team. Then you got the ones got their old lady on their team, they side chick on their team paying. So all that he can have those people on there. They do good things for their team, especially Hart. Hart is a great recruiter. You can say whatever you want to. Hart recruited some best linebackers that I've seen going to CU. So he does an excellent job there. He does his sermons. So we're good. We're good. I have no problem with it. He needs to stay where he's at. He's going to be with the backs, and he'll stay there and he'll do that. And let the defensive back coach come and handle their business. So happy for Mathis and his family. He's making good money. He's doing what he loves to do, and they're keeping the group together. Back to you, B-Wise.
Yeah, man. It's just that nickelback position, man. It just, I don't know what's different from why the other DP coach can't coach all the DBs, you know? That's part of the job. I think it is, but Coach Ryan doing what he want to do, man. He's trying to take care of his friends too, man. So, hey.
You have to keep the nickel in business. So I understand.
Man, look, man. I just asked the question, man, but I do want to give Coach Mathis his flowers, man. Because
for what?
I was reading through.
What did he do?
You know, I was reading through the comments, man. A lot of people was putting a lot of mud on his name, man. But they must have forgot he coached the Heisman Trophy winner and Travis Hunter. He did that. People forgot about that. He was instrumental in the development of Cameron Stillman Craig. Everybody loved the Shark. People forget when they started at JSU, Coach Mathis was the DB coach. He coached it all. DB, safety, he did it all. So a lot of people forget about that. And a lot of these young men speak highly. They give high praise to Coach Mathis. And also, Coach Mathis, 3 players in the NFL. You got Travis Hunter, that's the biggest one. The first one he had go to the NFL was Isaiah Bolden. He plays for the New England Patriots. That's on their way to the Super Bowl. And Cameron Stillman Craig, that just signed a futures contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars for the 2026 season. So, look, man, I know, we may have our differences of opinion and stuff like that, but I just want to get a man his flowers because people tend to forget. I know it's always a "what have you done for me lately" type of job and profession, but people forget he has been very instrumental in the development of some of your favorite CU players, and that can't go understated himself. I'll leave it at that. But my last thing, man. Look, a lot was made of 4-4, 40, 4-3-3, 40, 4-4-7. A lot was made of it. And I was just like, oh, I was just like, now that I think about it, I was like, we don't know what kind of speed they had last year. But from the eye test, the boys looked a little slow. And I think Brendan Marion coming in and saying, I need some speed, dog. We need some speed on this team. And I think CU attacked that very aggressively in the transfer portal. And I think they attacked it aggressively with the high school recruits they put in because you don't just pick up and put down your feet and everybody running 4-3-3. It ain't happening like that, man. So let me know how you feel about the team speed, because B. Watts, that was a big selling point for you last year. We ain't gonna mention the player's name, but that was a big selling point for you last year. 4-3 speed. So how you feel about it this time around so far?
I mean, I gotta wait till the game, man. I can't go out there practicing and in gym shorts and all that. I don't learn my lesson when it comes to Colorado. Boy, can't hype these players up until you see them in action, man. Coaching staff either. So I'm just gonna sit back and wait, bro. I just want them to win. I don't care who go out there and do what, just go win. But as far as your question, yeah, you need speed on a football team. They didn't have it last year. When they clocked that defensive end running a 4-4, man, ain't too many people out there running 4-4, Uncle Steve, JR. In a 40, big,
not for defense end position.
Big guy and a defensive end. Ain't too many people out there running a 4-4. So when it comes to that part of the game, that's good. And they asking Q6 to get a 4-2 this year. 4-2, just to sit on the sideline during the game. Because they don't brought 10 more wide receivers in. They want him to run a 4-2 in practice. But get in the game, he just sophomore. They gonna play them other guys, man. Them other guys, they came in with Marion. They ain't gonna play Q6, punt return. So, far as that speed and stuff in practice, I won't see it in the game. I won't see it in the game, Uncle Steve.
Well, B. Watts, I will say this here. If they running this damn fast, why are they late for practice? They better not be late for practice. They better not be late for class. Because if you running the 4-3, 4-4s, your ass would be in class so quick, you should call them flash. So I don't want to hear about no doggone speed. All that speed good for when they see a snow bunny, they running after them. They'll catch them a little faster. So hell, I ain't cared about that speed. Let's see them on the field. Let's see them perform. But I'll say this about Q6 or anybody else. Your play should determine who gets on the field. Your play should determine who gets on the field. What I don't want to see this year, and I go over and go, please don't tell me about Ben. I don't want to see no.
I don't want to talk about that. That boy started.
Hey, if Ben started.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'll wait on you. I'll wait till you end the show. I don't let Ben starting, bro.
Time out.
Ben starting in the WWE. But that's about it. He ain't starting on no football field. He ain't got no. He has no play. He's starting on special teams. He should be the special teams captain. That's his position. Love us some Ben. Ben does a fantastic job. Ben is there for culture, but Ben is not starting. If Ben is starting, Coach Prime did a horrible job because he said it was his job to get a replacement for everybody on that team. And if you can't get a replacement for Ben, hell, I don't need to go to no games. It's a waste of time. Because he should not be the best player on that team. Back to you, B-Wise.
He big. He the biggest. You see how big that dude is?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Being the realest one in that locker room, he stood up there and he told them, man, this mean a lot to me. So if you ain't here to give it your all, get the hell out right now. That's the realest thing any of them players could have said. Cause it mean a lot to him, man. He probably right now the heart and soul of that locker room. Right now. That could change over the course of months. But right now, he the heart and soul of the locker room. So shout out to Ben, man. Look, give me your Super Bowl predictions and your final thoughts, man. Super Bowl prediction and final thoughts. Because it looked like it's gonna be the Patriots and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl prediction, final thoughts.
Not what I'm looking at.
Ben gonna start. That's my final thought. He starting.
All
Ben.
right.
If Ben's starting, then we really don't have to ask what the record gonna be, because the record gonna be the same as it was last year. Because you heard him talking about he running around the damn field with a concussion and all that stuff. We knew something was wrong with him running around there. They coming over here, they coming over here, they going over there. Hell, he didn't know where he was coming from.
Stop right there, y'all. You can't let me do that,
I can't with y'all, man. Final thoughts, and that's what y'all did. Hey, y'all like it, bro.
Hey, he had a concussion then.
Yeah, he said he had a coach. Ain't gonna let that happen again. But with that being
I
said,
got a D plus. I got a D plus. Coach, I ain't gonna let that happen again. I had a concussion. I didn't understand that question. I had to go talk to my teacher. I had a concussion. I thought that ball was going on there with to Kiefer, but it came on here with me. I had a concussion, Coach. Yeah. What them initials stand on your shirt stand for? I'm
closed caption.
I'm a original buff. I've been here for more than JR. I've been here. I was here before Coach Prime.
I was here before Boulder was here. Oh
yeah.
Hey. I'm Ben Franklin. I discovered this place.
And the worst part was this here when he said, when Coach Prime was talking about when however went to Coach Prime and him on the thing talking on the sideline, talking about some, you see everything up in them sideline, up in them stands. Hell, what we do that at? You looking at them snow buddies, you gonna have a long night tonight, Ben. Well, Ben should have had a long night.
Hey.
You should have set him early.
Hey.
You should have got him off that damn field and had him up in the stand.
Ben wanted to tell himself up in the stand. Hell, I was up in the stand with him, smoking that doobie with him. I was the one that was smoking with him. That's how I got that concussion.
Thanks for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts.
Hey, Steve. That's how I got that concussion.
Hey, that's how I got it.
Final thoughts 4 times over. Final thoughts 4 times over. Appreciate y'all.
Did I lift up in the stand? Yeah, I was up in the stand with him.
It's been a pleasure hosting the show tonight. But,
hey, Steve.
If y'all ain't got nothing else.
Lift up in the stand.
No.
Hey, I was up there smoking that doobie with him.
Time out. If y'all ain't got nothing else.
Hey, Coach Prime.
It's been fun.
Prime, come on over here with me, Coach. Prime, come on. Get that doobie with me.
Shout out to the chat.
Shit.
If you gotta
God
go to work
bless.
tomorrow. If you gotta go to work tomorrow.
Hey, man.
Make sure y'all be careful driving out there on the roads. At the
Hey, B. Watts, put that pass on again, because boy, I'm telling you, I would have missed church on that.
Just in case y'all didn't see Reverend Nelson tonight. That's what I'm doing. Reverend Nelson. 6 to 8.
Y'all be careful.
Cam Ross
on that Monday morning commute.
Cam Ross.
Gotta leave y'all. Be careful on the
Reverend
Monday
Nelson.
morning commute, man. Hopefully
Cam Ross.
in your neighborhood, in your main highway.
Reverend Nelson.
Y'all be safe.
Just in case you wasn't in the chat. We ain't gonna let you get it off, JR. We ain't gonna let you get it off. Just in case.
One more time, B. Watts. One more time, B. Watts. Show rail. One more time.
Hey, just in case y'all didn't see Reverend Nelson tonight, it's Sunday. Then what he was doing?
I'm gone, man.
I'm gone. Hit the music, B. Watts.